Top billing.
Top billing Tua. Don't get it twisted, man. Tua didn't have the best of games. He didn't have the game like you normally saw him, but he still had a damn good game because he showed a lot of things. And I was actually more impressed with him in a losing effort than I was with him against what I would consider subpar competition. These guys did everything they had to do to make it extremely difficult on the Alabama offense. And I think for the most part, man, he rose to the occasion. He was tricked a couple of times. We'll get into that as well. But, man, he made some throws that I just had to get out my seat for real. So we'll just go over some of these throws right here. This is just your average run of the mill. You're going to have two skinny posts right here, splitting the coverage. You're a tight slot right here. Skinny post. I believe you're going to have a motion to gun split. Probably, I would imagine, Josh Jacobs or somebody like this. And I think you're just going to have a curl right here. But you got to see the arm strength this kid has, man. He has some really good arm talent, and he's able to drive the ball and just place it where he is, man. He can actually see it. That's just one thing. That's one thing that I look back when I look for quarterbacks. Can you see it? Can you imagine where the ball needs to be, and then can you deliver that? He can do it with the best of them. You see the gun motion right there. Play action. So play action, front facing play action. The thing about this offense is I can't wait for him to get in Steve Sarkisian offense. He's going to have to do full scan reads, full scan progressions. Right here, it's usually a one and done read. So he's just going to be reading. If he sees the pre-snap coverage, he sees the safeties right here on a lag kind of, instead of darting back, they kind of stand their ground. He knew that this is probably going to be open up here, so he doesn't have to necessarily read too much. So you see him looking off coverage right there. Boom. Then he immediately comes back, safety still on a lag. My man hitting the skinny post. You got two guys coming open here, but he trusts this one right here to Devontae Smith. And look at the product placement. What can you do right there? You can't do nothing about that. If you're on trail technique right here and you got an in-breaking route, man, you toast, man. You know what I'm saying? Strike a match or something. Smoke a cigarette or something like that. You can't do nothing about it. This kid is too damn accurate. All right, kind of the same deal right here. The outside routes are probably going to be what you would consider kind of dummy routes. I think they're both on the skinny post variety as well. You're going to have kind of a stick route right here, meaning run to the sticks or the void of the zone by your inside slot right here, Jerry Jeudy. You're going to have kind of a stuggle, a stop and go right here by Jalen Waddle getting upfield. So this is kind of a rudimentary read kind of thing, but you can't stop it. You know what I mean? No matter how basic it is, you can't stop it because football comes most of the time. It's not about tricking somebody. It's about doing something when somebody knows what you're going to do and they still can't stop it. And you can't stop this kid. Like, for real, he's just too damn accurate. All right, we see it. So, boom. They did a great job. It's what I suggested in the lead up to this when for my Clemson site, talking about diminishing the space. And so instead of backing off these guys, if you're playing in the slot or anywhere else really, most of the time if you're going to do your multiple coverages or you're going to vary your coverages, just don't back out the defense, right? Don't put it in pedal first. So he kind of diminishes the space here, but if you can see it, all he needs is just the slightest of spaces, and boom. Now look at that. Look at the product placement. All right, hold on now. The video about Tua and me saying stuff in here. I wonder if you're going to find this on somebody else's stuff like always. So I got to be careful with the lingo here. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of lifters out there, a bunch of cornball clowns be taking your stuff. But you see right here, man, this dude is just nasty. He allows you run after the catch. Allows you when you can fit it in the tight windows like that, that's nothing but run after the catch stuff, man. I admire that for real. Same thing right here. Got man coverage. I like that. Force the receivers to win. In football, a lot of people are too scared to play man coverage, especially against freaks like this with a quarterback throwing the ball like this. But you're going to get another skinny post right here, and he's going to get the cornerback. Let me see. You're in the boundary, so this should be Trayvon Mullen right here. He's going to put him on his hip right there, and then you'll just see the accuracy take over. All right, here we go right here. You see it right there. Boom, he's already on his hip. I don't know, in breaking routes, man, I don't know what you're going to do with that when you have a guy that's this accurate. What you're going to want to do is bracket coverage. You're going to want to have somebody underneath, and they did that for the majority of the game as well. So you bracket coverage, but even then, man, he's so accurate that he can force you to make a mistake as well. But you see him, he has him on his hip right there. Obviously, you want to be able to lead these guys. A lot of people would come out of that break and put it right on them, and then this would allow the cornerback, if he knows what he's doing, to get that right hand in there and break it off. But nope, leads him. It's almost like basketball, kind of walls him off right there, leads him to the spot, avoiding the zone or avoiding the coverage period. I don't know what to tell you, man. Good luck. Now, I thought this was extremely dope right here. Just for the fact how they came out real confident when they came back out on the second and goal here. You got the down blocks, right, by the lineman, just really selling it. Even Hell Hinches right here. He's selling it almost like this, real motor right there. And then boom, he darts out. Man, Tua with the great ball handling right here. Looks like it's going to be just your average run-of-the-mill dive play or ISO. Tua, boom. Perfect. Show it. Look at that. Really selling it right there. Can't whip that head around right away. Got to keep some of the backside guys and everybody like that. Just keep them really honed into what's going on right there. Then look, that's just nasty. That was a perfect call right there. I like a play action. Anything with the back to the basket play action fake, which we should see a lot more of in Coach Sarkisian's offense. All right, you're going to get an over route against man coverage right here. Got Irv Smith going against my man Kayvon Wallace right here. Nothing special about this. It's just the fact that how accurate he is and how he's able to lead and get that yak. You know what I'm saying? Front facing play action fake. You see it starting to develop here. They're passing him off right here. So kind of a bump pass to get him on man coverage. I think Kayvon Wallace actually slips right here. Oh, no, he absorbed that energy and got shook off. That's what happened. But look, he's still right on his heels. Product placement on point. Get off my stuff too, Playboy. All right. Clemson did a good job of kind of bracketing this deep dig right here with the underneath coverage sinking back. And I believe he had man coverage right here. But Tua's ability to improvise is just absolutely nasty. I think right here you're going to have just kind of a sink route. Just, you know what I'm saying? You sink it down. You just be the check down right here. But then he's going to get wheeled up the field. And he gets matched up on, I want to say maybe Trey Lamar, somebody out here towards the boundary. And, man, just look at his ability to throw on the run and ability to detach and improvise. You see right there, kind of bracket. He probably wants to hit right here. Maybe he's scared that somebody will sink underneath this. Turner Muse right here, strong safety or free safety will sink under this. So that's not there. So right there, one-on-one, he gets will, scramble rules right there, going against Trey Lamar, who's a great linebacker, but not very fleet of foot. Gets upfield on him. Watch the product placement of this, man. Look, he launches. He didn't even really set. Now, he has a step on him right here. Most people would probably launch this bad boy in the back of his helmet or something like that. Nasty. Almost like a back shoulder fade on the run on an improvise. Move the sticks. Come on, man. All right, if you lame and you just like everything that's good and you don't like extreme film studies that point out the good in the bad, go ahead and turn away right now. Turn in your card and get the hell on. The hell out of here, man. Because I'm going to show you what went wrong right here on this one particular pick right here. You're going to have them trying to get vert on the seam right here. I think you'll have a couple of vertical routes. Judy right here. I'm not sure what the outside receiver does right here. I think he's running a curl or something like this. If you look at this, originally you would think that this is some type of cover two. So if it's cover two, right, your man's going to probably sink this way for a little bit, but the vertical seam could drive him to where there will be a little bit of a space right here with him being underneath it right there. So the same thing on the other side as well if you wanted to go there. But you'll see what actually ends up happening is this is actually going to be a cover three where he's going to rotate right here. It's kind of like cover three cloud. He's going to be deep third. He's going to be deep third. So it's cover three man. So if you're trying to hit this right here is pretty much his entire zone. So he's going to have anything that's back here. Same thing with A.J. Terrell over here. And then I already showed you. See if I can get that right there. Maybe a cover 3 right there. So I'm thinking it's cover 2, but it ends up, it's like a cover 3 show 2. So you show 2 at the beginning, and then you morph that bad boy into a cover 3. So it's probably something you wouldn't fool him with twice, but it was pretty good to throw it on him when he probably hadn't seen it before. I always treat these things as a learning experience. You see the vert start to form there. So him thinking that if it's cover 2, actually, if it's cover 2, this particular guy will still be on him in the zone right here, and he'll be shooting right past him in this direction right here. So he'll kind of lead him to the void, and he was thinking he would be down right here. So all of this should be open. So he was right in a sense if it were going to be that, but it just so happened that they flipped the coverage on him and varied the coverage, and they got him. Launches that bad boy. Boom, he's right on it. Perfect call, man. All right, last one right here. This is the pick 6 at the beginning of the game. Gonna have a slant by the outside receiver, and then you got the inside receiver running a flat route. What happened right here was, I believe they're playing some type of combination coverage where the outside receiver, the outside cornerback, he was just gonna be able to just sit in zone right here and just drive on anything back here, with him kind of playing a man-to-man right here. So if you're trying to run a slant this way, could have been open, you know what I'm saying? But hitting that flat route, you're asking for it, especially when you throw the flat route. And then I believe he just threw it behind him. If you can see from this particular angle, it's a good angle for it. See him right there? See, he's anchored in. So when someone's anchored in right there, then they probably are playing some type of zone right here. If you see him, he's on the move. He's anchored in. He sees it right away. He's coming out right here. But even then, the pass should probably be maybe on him, onto the inside. But he kind of leads him. Well, actually, I think it's behind him. Yeah, look, so it ends up being behind him. So he throws it behind him instead of leading him out there. Either way, I think it may have been picked, but that was just too easy right there. Man's off to the races, though. But like I said before, great learning experience. I think he'll be that much better for a game like this. It was too easy for him before. I think the Georgia game really showed him what was going on. That was even worse for him, if you ask me. But even with the things that Clemson was doing and Clemson having a better defense, I thought he may have had a little bit better showing than he would have against Georgia had he played the entire game. That's just my opinion right there. But regardless of the score, regardless of the scoreboard, I think that he showed some things that they can improve on and will work on, and he'll be right back in this bad boy. They're having a monster recruiting class again. They're absolutely loaded. Lost a bunch of people, but a bunch of people chomping at the bit to get there. So Alabama ain't going nowhere. It's going to be extremely fun to see how it stacks up, and we'll see who makes it there, man. Hopefully Ohio State there, Georgia, Alabama, Clemson, LSU, some of these blue blood programs like that. Even a Michigan or somebody like that, man, because I like seeing high-level ball against high-level competition with high-level personnel. But we'll see, man. But other than that, it's your boy King Murf, the Underground King, getting my phrases stolen and people actually thinking that's cool. But nah, it ain't cool. Ain't never that. And I'll die for this, baby, for real. But all right, man, I'm going to catch you boys on the flip side. Thank you for watching. For those of you who stuck around to the end of the video, and for those of you who watched the stuff that's you probably don't want to relive. It's a film study, and that's all it is. And nobody trying to be mean or anything like that. I'm just doing my job, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what I do. I'm the grill master, Doc. It's what I do. Peace.
What more can I say? Top billing.